Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crafts, and today I have a crocheted Easter dress that I'm going to show you how to make. This is very easy, very simple. The top part is 10 rows and then the bottom part is tulle. And on this particular dress, instead of a flower, I made a little heart, and then I used some sheer ribbon to tie here in the front. And this one is pink and white. And then I've also made this one, which is white and pink with a pink heart here. And this tulle is just some plain white and pink tulle. Now the tulle on this dress here is a glittery tulle. I don't know if you can see it. Very sparkly, very glittery, but this gets everywhere. So if you don't want to have all that glitter, I suggest you use just plain tulle. So we have these two dresses that I've made so far. And as far as the materials, we are using, I love this yarn. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's a metallic yarn, and the color is called Pinky Toes. And it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. We will also be needing a stitch marker for later. We're going to use a crochet hook size G, and we're going to use this ribbon. This is the ribbon that was on the front of the dress. It's a pink and white one, and I got these from the Dollar Tree. We'll also need some scissors, and we'll need some tulle. Now this tulle I purchased from Hobby Lobby. They always have it 50% off. It's 1 week, if not the other week, but you can get this at Michael's, Joann, Walmart, even the Dollar Tree sells tulle. And of course the scissors, and then the tulle I already pre-cut, and I cut 40 pieces at 12 inches long for the skirt. So I just kind of bundle it up here so that it's ready to go when I'm ready to show you how to do that part. Okay, so let me clear my table and I'll be right back. Okay, so to start with, we are going to do a chain of 32, which I've already done. And we're going to work on row number 1. So in row number 1, we're going to skip the first chain, go to the second one, and do 1/2 double crochet in that chain. And then in the next 4 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet, so we have a total of 5 half double crochets. This is number 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and the next chain, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And the next 5 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, in the next 7 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, in the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. That's 2 and 3. In the next 5 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 5 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're done with round number 1. Now this is really the same thing. The first 4 rows are going to be the same that we did in the first dress that I showed you how to crochet. So this is what it looks like. Row number 1 is done. So we're going to start row number 2. And to start row number 2, we're going to do a chain 1. We're going to turn our work over. And in the first, in the next 6 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet, starting with this very first one right here. So next 6 stitches, 1/2 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, my yarn came off here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 7 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 9 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Finish that off. Okay. In the next 7 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In the next stitch, we're going to do a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 6 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're done with round number 2, and let me show you what we have right now. So this is round number 2. So we're ready to begin round number 3, and we're going to do a chain 1, turn our work over, and in the next 7 stitches we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And in the next stitch, we're going to work a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 9 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, we're going to work a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 11 stitches, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. In the next stitch, we're going to work a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. Try that again. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 9 stitches, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, we're going to work a cluster of 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. 2 and 3. In the next 7 stitches, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're done with round number 3. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay. So this is the end of round number 3. We're going to begin round number 4, and we're going to do a chain 1. Turn our work over, and in the next 9 stitches, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so now we're going to form the armhole. We're going to do a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what we're going to do to form the armhole is we're going to skip 11 stitches, and in the 12th one, we're going to do a half double crochet. So I'm going to start here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in this 12th one right here, we're going to do a half double crochet. And that formed our little arm. Now we're going to do a half double crochet across. There should be a total of 15. This one is counting as number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So now, after the 15, we're going to do a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to skip the next 11 stitches, and in the 12th one, we're going to do a half double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in this 12th one, we're going to do a half double crochet. And there's our second armhole. So now we're going to do half double crochets across this way, and there should be a total of 9, including this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we're done with row number 4, and this is what we have for row number 4. It's starting to form. As you can see, this is the shoulder, this is the front of the dress, and this is the back of the dress. So row number 4 is complete. So we're ready to begin row number 5, and what I'm going to do is do a chain 1 right here. I think I already did it, but let me do it again. Chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work over. And row number 5, all we're going to do is just do a half double crochet all the way across to the other end. And at the end of row 5, you should have a total of 43 half double crochets. Now at this point, I'm going to use a stitch marker, and I'm just using it because you want to make sure that you count your stitches correctly and that you have 43. And this very first stitch can be hard to see and you may miss it. So what I like to do is in this very first one, I like to put a stitch marker. So I did my chain 1, and I'm going to do my first half double crochet, and I'm going to put my stitch marker right here. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue to do a half double crochet all the way across row number 5. And we're halfway done because this is only we're only doing 10 rows. So again, it's just half double crochets going all the way across. And when you get to the 5 chain, just be careful. I know I mentioned this in my last video. I like to twist the chains forward so that you can see the stitches, and just to make sure that you get the right amount, because at the end of this row, again, you should have a total of 43. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I will meet you back here at the end of round number 5. So here I am getting to the end of round number 5, and when you get to this point too, you got to be careful because you still have 1 stitch right here, and you can easily miss that stitch. So we should have a total of 43 stitches going all the way across to this very first one right here. Okay, so we're done with round number 5, and this is what round number 5 looks like. So we're ready to begin round number 6, and in round number 6 we're going to start off with a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to turn my work over, and this first one we are not counting that first stitch because of the chain 3, and we're going to skip this one and we're going to go to the next stitch, and in this next stitch right here we're going to work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. I'm going to skip this one and go to the next stitch and work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. We're going to skip this one, go to the next one, and work 2 double crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Skip this one, go to the next one, and work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. 1 and 2. And this is what we're going to do throughout row number 6, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Here we are at the end of row 6, and I have 2 stitches left. I have this one, and then I have this one where my stitch marker is at. I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and we have 2 stitches left, so we're going to skip this one, and in this last one right here we're going to do 1 double crochet. Now at the beginning of this row here we did a chain of 3 right here. We did a chain of 3. So since we did the chain of 3, we're ending with 1 double crochet at this end here. Now we should have a total of 20 of these I don't know what, I'm not going to call them a shell because it's only 2 stitches. We should have 20 of these 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So you should have a total of 20 of them going all the way across. And then you have this chain 3 here, and then this double crochet at the end here. So this is what row number 6 looks like once it's complete. So we're going to start row number 7. And row number 7, we're going to do a chain of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn our work over, and right here in this space between this double crochet and these 2 double crochets here, so in this space we're going to just do 1 more double crochet. So it kind of looks like we have 2 double crochets here because we got this chain 3, and then this double crochet makes that 2 double crochets right there to start row number 7. Then all we're going to do is between each of these spaces, we're going to do 2 double crochets in each of the spaces. So again, it's just 2 double crochets in this space, 2 double crochets, right here in this space, 2 double crochets, and this space, 2 double crochets. So I'm going to continue to do this all the way across to the end, and I'll meet you back here. So here we are at the end of row 7, and we just have this space left over here. So what we're going to do is in this space right here, we're going to do 1 double crochet, and then in the chain 3 here at the top chain, we're going to do the 2nd double crochet. Okay, so that's what we have, because that's what we started on this end here. If you remember, we did the chain 3 and we did a double crochet in the space, so we're ending the same way on both ends. And then in between, from this end to this end, we should have a total of 21 of these 2 double crochets in each space. So there should be a total of 21 going all the way across. Okay, so this is the way that row number 7 is looking. Just put it down here so you can see. It's the end of row 7. So we're going to start row number 8. And to start row number 8, we are going to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn our work over. And in this space right here, and each of these spaces, we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 2. So we're going to keep repeating the same thing for this row, just 2 double crochets in each space. And I'm going to continue to do this all the way to the other end, and I'll meet you back here at the end of row number 8. We're at the end of row 8. So in this last one here, I'm going to do my 2 double crochets in the same stitch, 1 and 2. And then in this chain 3, at the top of the chain 3 here, we're just going to do 1 double crochet. And we're done with row number 8. Actually, at row number 8, we're going to join the 2 ends together. So when you're done with that double crochet, we're going to do a slip stitch to this 3rd chain here where we started the row. So we're just going to do a slip stitch, and that's going to make our join both ends together. So this is the end of row number 8. Okay, so we're going to start row number 9. Oops. So row number 9, what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch to this space right here. Okay, right in between here, we're going to do a slip stitch, and we're going to do a chain of 3. It's going to count as a double crochet, the chain 3. Then we're just going to jump over here to the next space, and we're going to work 2 double crochets in the same space, and we're going to do this all the way around again. So this is row number 9, and row number 10 will be our last row. And again, it's just 2 double crochets in each space. 1 and 2. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row number 9. So here we are at the end of row number 9, and right here in this space here, okay, now I had 2 double crochets there, and in this space right here, this is where we did the chain 3 on one end and then the other end. So right here in this space, we're just going to do 1 double crochet, because we started off with the chain 3, which is counting as a double crochet too. So both of them, make the 2 double crochet, one on this end and one on that end. And then all we're going to do is in the 3rd chain right here where we started the row, we're going to do a slip stitch to close the row. And as you can see, now we have 2 double crochets there. Okay, so we should have a total of 22 double crochets going all the way across. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so this is the end of row number 9. So we're going to begin row number 10, which is our last row. Okay, and what we're going to do is slip stitch to the space right here. We're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this chain 3 is counting as a half double crochet, which is the first 2 stitches, and then a chain 1 space. Okay, so then what we're going to do is in this next chain right here, right in the next space, right here between the 2, in the space, we're going to do a 1 half double crochet only. Then we're going to chain 1. It kind of looks funny here, but it'll work out. So we're going to do a chain 1. Then in this next space here, we're just going to do 1 half double crochet. Chain 1. Next space, 1 half double crochet. And these little spaces right here that we're forming, that's where the tulle will be going into. So again, in the space between, we're going to do a half double crochet. Right here, half double crochet. So I'm just going to keep going around and doing my half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet. Chain 1, half double crochet. And it's only 1 half double crochet, not 2 this time. We're almost here at the end. Just keep going around. Okay, a few more stitches. Okay, and this is where we're getting to the end. So in this space right here is our last space. Half double crochet, chain 1. And now all we're going to do is in the second chain where we started our row, in the second chain we're going to do a slip stitch. And we're done with row number 10. Now if you count these spaces, you should have a total of 20 spaces here. Okay, and this is what the dress is looking like, and that's the end of row number 10. That's the final row. And now what we're going to do is add the tulle to the bottom of the dress, but that's what it looks like. That's what the stitches look like. Very easy, very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to get my tulle together and I'll be right back. So here we are. We're done with our 10 rows for the dress, and I just tucked in all my ends. I had cut the yarn and tucked in all my yarn ends from this side and from the top here. And this is what you have. This is what the back looks like. And of course you'll still have to add the buttons. Okay, so now we're getting ready to add our tulle. So what I'm going to do is turn the dress over this way. Okay, and we're going to add the tulle to these little spaces right here. So in each one of these spaces, we're going to add 2 pieces of tulle. And I like to do them individually instead of them together. It just makes it a lot easier. So what I do is, again, I cut 40 pieces. You should have 20 slots or 20 of these chain 1 spaces going all the way around. So I cut 40 pieces of tulle at 12 inches long. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I have my tulle here. I'm folding it in half. Okay, folding it in half, and you want to make sure it's even here at, you know, the bottom. Okay, so I'm folding it in half like that. And then I'm going to grab this, and in this hole right here, I'm just going to put it in. And I'm doing it this way, okay? Putting it in. And then I'm going to find the little opening right here, okay? And I'm simply going to grab this part now. You want to make sure that this is even. I mean, you will be cutting, you know, some off at the end just to make everything even. It's not going to be perfect, but try to get it as close to as you can as to them being even. Then you're going to just, like I said, okay, and we have it like this. We're going to grab this and pull through the hole there, and then we're just going to give it a tug. Okay, and then I'm just going to push this over to the side right there like that. Pushing it over because we're going to put the second one right in the same spot right there. So we're doing 2 of them in each of the spaces. So all I'm doing is grabbing my tulle, making sure that it's even, you know, as even as possible. Okay, then I'm going to insert it again in that same space. Okay, I'm going to find my opening. I'm going to grab the tulle and pull it through, and then give this a tug. And now we have 2 of them in that same space right there. Okay, so we're going to repeat this all the way around. So we're going to take our tulle, fold it in half. Okay, fold it in half. Then we're going to go into the next space right here. Okay, and I'm going to put it in and find our opening here, and then just pull through the hole, and then just give it a tug, and then just push it over so that we can put our second one in there. So I'm going to find the next one, and all I'm doing is making sure it's even. Going to put it in that same hole right there because we want to put 2 in there. Okay, grab it, and then give it a tug. Okay, and that's how we form the tutu part of the dress. Okay, so we're going to do it again. And we're just going to repeat this all the way around. I'm going to fold my tulle in half, just making sure that it's even. Then we're going to go to the next one right here, and we're going to put it in, grab it, pull through and give it a tug, and then just kind of move it over a little bit. And we're going to do the next one. It's just so much easier to do it without the glitter. The glitter is so pretty, but it is so messy. So again, I'm just making sure that it's even. Okay, I'm just going to put it in here for the second one. I'm going to just find my little hole there, pull through, and then give it a tug. And that's what it's looking like. There's our tulle. Okay, I'm just kind of gonna, as you're going along, you're going to go into, again, each one of these spaces right here at the very bottom row. So let's try this again. I'm going to fold it in half. Make sure that it's even. Kind of pinching it right here, so I'm holding it so that then I grab it and then I put it in the space right there. Then I'm pulling on it. Try and give you a better angle here. Try to show you. Okay, then you just find your opening. Okay, and then you grab it and then you pull right through. And then you let go of that part and then give it a tug and then just move it over. And I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. And then we're going to insert the second one. So in each of these spaces, we have 2 of them. And then tug it. Okay, so now we have 2. So let me turn this around so that you can see how it's starting to look. It's starting to form the tutu part. Okay, and that's what the bottom is looking like. So we're going to go all the way around and do the same thing. So I'm going to continue to do that. And I will meet you at the end here. So again, we're going to go into this space and put 2 of them in here. Next space, put 2 of them in there. So I'm going to continue to do that, and I'll meet you at the end of this row when we're done putting all our tulle on. So I'm back and I'm done placing all my tulle around the whole bottom row here, and this is what it looks like. And just let me turn it around so you can see what the front looks like. Okay, it's very full. When you put 2 pieces, it's a nice full dress. So I like the way that looks. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to trim the bottom because, you know, no matter how much you try to keep them even, it's still going to be a little bit odd. So what I like to do is I like to kind of try as best as I can to gather them and to cut the bottom here a little bit more even. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab like a small section right here like this. Okay. So I'm going to grab it all the way through. So I have a small section right here like this. Okay, a small section. And I'm just going to cut this right here. As you can see, there's, you know, different pieces that are uneven here. So all I'm going to do, and, you know, I cut it 12 inches because it still gives you room to play and to cut, because no matter how much you do this, there's always going to be something that's going to be uneven, but you know, we do the best that we can. So, and a lot of times this tulle will fold in, so you just want to make sure that you kind of, you know, pull it all out. And then again, all I do is I'm taking a bigger pair of scissors here, and all I'm going to do is kind of just grab it and then just cut. And you're going to cut you know, as much as you think. So that's what I did right here. It's nice and even. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another section right here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm grabbing another section, and I'm just going to grab a couple of these pieces right here from the first section so that I know how much I cut it. So it's like right here. So you just got to pay attention to where you grabbed it from the first section. It's right there. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to trim it. Okay, just trim it as best as you can. Okay, as you can see, it's still not going to be perfect. There's always going to be little pieces. As you can see right here, it's a little bit longer. So, I mean, it's just a matter of just playing around with it and doing the best you can to try to get it as even as you can. So right now I have both sections. Okay, so you had 2 sections here. So I'm just kind of trimming it up and trying to, you know, do it as, you know, even as possible. So then I'll grab another section right here. Okay. Then I'll grab some from this section and trim it right here, like that. And then I'll put them all together and kind of see how it looks there. And if I need some more trimming, then I'll do that. So just kind of getting them all trimmed together. Okay, that's what it's looking like. And when you let go, you might see some that are still a little bit longer, but you just do the best that you can to try to make these as even as possible. So now I'm going to grab another section right here. And I'm going to grab a couple from this section here. Okay, grab a couple more here. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut right here. As you can see, there's some longer ones, so I'm going to cut right there, just like that. And I'm going to put them all together as much as I can, and then again, just trim. Okay. So now we have this section right here, and I'm just going to do that last one all together. As you can see, there's a difference right here on the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut here. Okay. And, you know, you just want to also to fluff it out like this because some of these pieces will go in. So I kind of just fluff it out to make sure that, you know, everything is even. So when you fluff it out, sometimes a piece will come out like this. A piece came out here, a piece came out here, and here. You know, there's some longer pieces, so you just want to kind of, you know, try to fluff them out. And then, again, just do the best that you can. This will never be perfect, believe me. No matter how much you try to cut it, it's still going to be, you know, somewhat uneven, but, you know, you can get it pretty close. So again, it's just a matter of, you know, just taking it and cutting as even as possible. Some in the front and some in the back, some right here. So it's just a matter of, you know, cutting it and just doing it. And then what I also like to do is turn it over to the other side and kind of do the same thing, kind of just try to prick them out. And then just see, as you can see back here, it's a little bit longer right here. So I'm just kind of putting it down and then just trimming right here. And when you get it on the dowel, sometimes you might find one that comes out a little bit, and then you just, you know, take your scissors and cut that one. So here we are. All I'm doing is just going over and cutting. So, I mean, it looks pretty good, I think. It's not too bad. I think it looks pretty even. So, again, I'm just going to scrunch it up here. And I think it looks pretty good. See how it is. I'm kind of laying my arm on top of it to see how well it is. And I think it looks fairly good there. Okay. So, again, you might have one here and there. I'm going to turn it around again and just check this side again. And just make sure everything looks nice and neat, and I think it looks pretty good. As you can see right there, I think it looks pretty good right here. Okay, so we're done with this part right here. Okay, next we want to add our ribbon, so let me get that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I cut my sheer ribbon, the one that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I cut these about 32 inches long, so that's totally up to you. I have a pink and a white, so you can do whatever you want at this point. The dress is pretty much done. I am going to show you how to crochet the little heart on the dress. Sorry, I dropped my ribbon. Okay. I'm going to show you how to crochet the little heart, but this dress is pretty much done. You don't have to add this ribbon if you don't want to. You can add some other kind of decoration to the bottom if you want, or you can just leave it like this. It looks beautiful on the doll just like this. That's totally up to you what you want to do. But I'm just going to add this ribbon, and again, I cut this 32 inches. So, what I'm going to do is right here, right where in the rows where we added the tulle, in these spaces right here, I'm going to add my ribbon. So as you can see, there's an open space right there, and then we have our tulle. So I'm tying my ribbon in the front, not in the back, and that's totally up to you where you want to tie it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to grab them and put them together. And I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to put these under. Okay, right there like that. I don't know if you see that. So I went in right under this stitch right here, and I put my ribbon through the bottom. Then we're going to go over this one. Let me see if I can try to get the camera a little bit closer. So I went under this one right here, and I put the ribbon under. So now on this one, we're going to go over this one, and we're going to go under this one. So we're going over this one, under that one, right there. Okay, just like that. Okay. See, that's how it's looking. It's hard to see on camera. So we got this one that went under, then we got this one that went over, and then this one, it went under. So now the next one, we're going to go over this one and then under this one right here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it through right there like that. Okay, and then going to the other side, we're going to go over this one and under this one. So it's just a matter of just going throughout, you know, these stitches right here and putting the ribbon through it. Okay, so now I'm going to go over this one and under this one. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one. We're going to go over this one and under this one right here. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull on it. I'm going to pull some more from here, and pull my ribbon out here, because I need some more room over here. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing that. We're going to go over this one, we're going to go over this one, and then under this one. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. And it's just a matter of running the ribbon through. You can straighten it out later. I know right now it doesn't look very neat. But again, I'm pulling on this one because I need to pull over here. Okay. Then I'm going to pull over here. Okay. And I'm going to pull over here. Okay, so now we're going to go over this one and under this one right here. It's kind of hard to do this on camera. It's just easier when you're doing it on your own. So here we go. Okay, that's what it's looking like. I'm going to turn my dress over. And again, we're going to go over this one and then under this one. I mean, you can add this ribbon however you want to do it. You don't have to do it exactly like I'm doing it. You know, that's totally up to you how you want to do this, if you want to do it at all. Okay, so that's what we have now. So now we're going to go over this one and under this one right here. Okay, and that's where we're at now. Okay, now it's not looking like it's in the middle. So what I'm going to do, because I want this ribbon at least to be in the middle. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this one and I'm going to go under this one again right here. Because this is kind of the middle right here. So it's starting and ending in the same spot right there. Okay, now obviously our ribbons are not even, so I need to pull on some of this. This one's longer, so I'm going to pull over here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull back here and then pull over here, and you just want to make sure that they're even, so when you tie them it's all even. That's all I'm doing, is trying to make them even. Okay, and you know, it's not too bad. You can cut these if you want, but you know what I'm you know, getting at. So just try to make it as even as possible. Okay, and then here, the way that I like to tie it, since it's like this, okay, you know, you can do your regular knot like this if you want. You don't have to, but you can do that. But since it's already going, you know, in one way here and the other way by this stitch, I don't need to make that knot. So what I'm going to do is just do this right here. And I don't know, I guess they call this bunny ears when you're tying it this way. Okay, I'm going to put it through the loop. Then I'm going to give it a tug, and then I'm going to straighten these out, and I'm going to take these and I'm going to just try to straighten it out so that these are down here. Okay, and just tie it just like that. And there you go. That's the front of the dress with the ribbon. Again, that's totally up to you if you want that look or not, but that's how it's looking. Okay, so I'm going to get my yarn together and I'm going to show you how to crochet the heart for this dress. I am going to use a white yarn, so let me get my materials and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're getting ready to do the heart. For the heart, I am using this Simply Soft Party, and this is called Snow Sprinkle, and it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. So this is what we're going to make the little heart with, and I'm using a crochet hook size H. So to start off with, we're going to leave a little strand right here, and I'm going to wrap this around my finger, and I'm going to pull the yarn through, and I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Okay, let me just bring this up a little bit more so that you can see better. So we chain 2. Now we're going to work 3 double crochets into this ring. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's one part of side of the heart there. Okay, now we're going to do a chain 1, and then we're going to do a double crochet into the ring. Everything's into the ring. Then we did the double crochet. Now we're going to do a chain 1 again, and then we're going to repeat the same thing that we did on this side. So we're going to start here with 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, oops, lost my threads there. So that was 1. We need 2, and we need 1 more, 3. And then we're going to do a chain of 2, 1 and 2. And then all we're going to do is slip stitch into the center right there. Okay. I'm going to pull my yarn and I'm just going to tug on it here a little bit. Okay. So now we have this yarn here and we have this piece here that we started with. And all you're going to do is pull on this. And it's going to tighten up the little heart. And as you can see, once you pull on it, it forms your little heart right here. So you're going to cut this off here. Let me get my scissors right here. Okay, and I like to leave a little string there. Okay, just pulling on it. And we have our little heart. And then we have the 2 pieces right here. So I'm going to take one of these strands and I'm going to just put it back here because I want to tie this to the dress. Probably should be using a smaller crochet hook, but I don't have it handy. So anyway, just pulling it there so when we tie it, you know, you have 2 ends right there. And then you're just going to add this onto the dress right here. Okay, and just put it on any way that you like it. I like it to be just slightly slanted. You can have it straight, you can have it however you want, okay? And then probably put it right through here, anywhere down here. Okay, so we have the 2 ends right there like that. And then the back, and then all you're going to do is just tie this, give it a few knots, and tie it, and then snip off the ends, and then you're done. And there's your dress. How pretty is that? So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I am going to leave my Instagram link, so I would appreciate it if you guys leave me, tag me on a photo that maybe you've made this or any of the items that I've showed you how to crochet. And I'd love to see what you guys have done and what you came up with. And that's it. Again, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates. I plan on doing some other crochet tutorials for you, other dresses for the American Girl doll, and other items. So make sure you hit that button and that little bell so that you can get notifications. Real quick too, I just wanted to give a shout out to my niece Jordan. I know she's been watching my YouTube channel, all my videos. So if you see something, Jordan, let me know and I will definitely mail it to you. So anyway, that's it for today. I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching and subscribing to my channel.